They never told you the truth. Not in school, not at work, not even in those endless self-help books. You don't need to conquer the world to have it all. You just need to tune in to something that's already inside you. Your frequency. That hidden energy shaping what you attract, who you become, and how you live. If your life feels stuck in repeat mode, it's not because you're lazy or unlucky. It's because your vibration isn't aligned. And here's what nobody says out loud. You're either attracting peace or reinforcing struggle every single day based on how you feel. Not what you say, not what you post, but how you vibrate. This isn't just another good vibes only video. It's a map, a bridge between your spiritual truth and your daily reality. And if you value content like this, that blends real talk, energy, spirituality, and law of attraction in a way that actually makes sense. Consider subscribing. That simple gesture tells the algorithm and the universe you're ready for more. Because once you align your frequency with what you truly want, things begin to find you, not by chance, but by resonance. Stick with me until the end. Your next chapter might be hidden in the vibration you've been ignoring. Take a moment, just a moment. Forget your phone, silence the noise around you, and breathe. This video isn't background sound, it's a mirror, and what you're about to hear might shift everything you thought you understood about your energy, your frequency, and how they shape your life. Imagine we're just two people sitting down for a real conversation. No mascaras, no pression. This isn't about complex theories or mystical gurus. It's about something real, something you've probably felt before, but never conseguiu colocar em palavras. That strange pull when your vibration shifts. And suddenly, the world around you follows. There's a reason why some days feel like magic and others like chaos. It's not luck, and definitely not just coincidence. It's your energy, your state of vibration. And when you become aware of that, something inside starts to wake up. Let's dive together into that space and start where most people get it completely wrong. Let's clear the air right now. When people hear vibration, some think it's just new age talk or uma coisa de filme de fantasia. But let me ask you, have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt heavy, mesmo sem ninguém ter dito uma palavra? That's not magic. That's vibration. It's real, it's energy, and it's always speaking. The mistake most people make? Eles acham que vibrar alto é sorrir o tempo todo, repetir mantras e fingir que está tudo bem. Mas não é isso. Vibrar alto é estar consciente do que você sente e não fugir disso. You don't have to be fake positive to live aligned with the law of attraction. You just need to be emotionally honest. Your frequency is your truth. If your truth in a moment is sadness, recognize it. Don't suppress it. Acknowledge and shift it with kindness. That's what raises your vibration. Choosing peace, not perfection. And ironically, it's in that space of emotional honesty that real spirituality begins to breathe. There's a truth so simple that most people overlook it. How you feel is the ultimate compass. It doesn't matter how many books you've read on spirituality or how often you post quotes about energy. If you're not feeling aligned, it shows. Your vibration doesn't lie, and neither does your frequency. People complicate things. They chase formulas, gurus, and secret rituals, como se o universo fosse uma máquina programável. But the law of attraction doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your feeling. If you're stressed while saying, "I'm abundant," guess what you're attracting? More stress. So here's the shift. Don't force good vibes. Cultivate them. Create micro moments of well-being. Light a candle you like. Hear that one song that always changes your mood. Step outside and breathe. Those tiny adjustments in how you feel are massive tweaks in your vibration, and that's where the magic begins. A few years ago, everything looked fine from the outside. Decent job, steady routine, vida normal. But inside, a low vibration I couldn't ignore. Every morning felt heavy. Even with good coffee and a paycheck, my frequency was off. and I knew something had to change. I didn't start with anything radical, just walked 15 minutes before work. No podcast, no phone, just me and my thoughts. And slowly, the energy started to shift. That simple act of reconnecting with my own presence began to raise my vibration in ways therapy hadn't. At the office, I stopped rushing. I began saying "bom dia" and meaning it. I looked people in the eye. I laughed more. Spirituality wasn't something I studied anymore. It was something I was living. And that shift in vibration, it wasn't loud. It was subtle, but it was powerful. Here's the real kicker. None of that required me to quit my job or move to Bali. It was all internal. Small daily choices that aligned me with a new frequency. A vibration I hadn't felt since childhood, when being present was natural. And that's when a whole new hunger for meaning began to rise. It all started with that one documentary, The Secret. You know the one. It lit a spark like it does for so many. Suddenly the law of attraction wasn't just a buzzword, it was a promise. A blueprint for a life shaped by vibration, energy, and intention. Or so I thought. For months, I devoured every book, every video, every quote I could find. I felt like I knew everything, but I wasn't living any of it. My energy was still chaotic, my vibration still low. Spirituality had become another mental gym I visited without ever stepping onto the treadmill. It took me a year to finally realize it's not about how much you know, it's about what you practice. Knowing that your frequency matters doesn't mean much if you're still choosing stress, gossip, or negativity. Spiritual growth isn't a bookshelf. It's how you show up when the day sucks. So I stopped trying to learn more and started doing less, but with more awareness. Lighting incense didn't change me, but walking slower, breathing deeper, and treating strangers with kindness did. That's when spirituality left the page and entered my real, messy, beautiful, unpredictable life. Here's the trap. Believing that just thinking about a better life will make it appear like magica. Sorry, but the universe isn't your personal delivery app. Yes, the law of attraction is real, but it's not passive. Vibration needs movement. Energy needs direction. Faith without action. That's just fantasy. I used to visualize my dream life every morning, but then I'd spend the day repeating the same tired routine. No wonder my frequency stayed stuck. You can't manifest a new reality with old habits. The universe responds to what you embody, not just what you imagine. Some people say, if I just think positively, good things will come. Really? Try planting seeds and never watering them. Tell me if a garden grows. Spirituality is no different. Without aligned action, from the job you choose to the words you speak, vibration becomes an echo, not a force. So start small, but start. Apply for that course. Say no to that draining meeting. Open a savings account, even with $10. These are not just actions. They're declarations to the universe that your energy means business. And once it sees you moving, it moves with you. You don't need to move to the mountains or Virar Monge to raise your vibration. Sometimes the most powerful shift starts at 6:30 a.m. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Sit with your coffee in silence. No phone, no rush, just your energy settling. Before the world gets noisy, I began walking to work. Just 25 minutes, no music, just my thoughts and the sounds of the morning. That single habit lifted my frequency in ways I didn't expect. I began noticing trees, faces, smells, things I used to rush past. That stillness became my daily reset. Then came the tiny upgrades. Swapping phone time for reading something uplifting, even 5 pages. Making a gratitude list in the shower, smiling before opening emails. These little gestures weren't just nice, they were spiritual acts, daily declarations of inner alignment. And what about work? Instead of dreading it, I started changing how I entered it. I said "bom dia" to the receptionist like I meant it. I left my headphones off to actually hear people. I offered help without being asked. And that energy, it circled back to me. Fast. We often look for big fixes. But your frequency doesn't care about size. It cares about consistency. One glass of water, one kind word, one mindful breath. Do these enough times and your vibration shifts. Not dramatically, quietly, but powerfully. And here's the magic. No guru will sell you. The more you anchor these habits, the more the law of attraction begins to show up. Not just in theory, but in your timeline, your inbox, and even your relationships. Once I committed to these daily shifts, something unexpected happened. The world around me began to feel different. It wasn't louder or quieter. It was me. My frequency had changed. And suddenly I noticed beauty in places I used to ignore. The energy outside started reflecting the peace I was building inside. There's this quiet power that comes when your inner world no longer reacts to every external chaos. One traffic jam doesn't ruin your morning. One rude comment doesn't trigger your old wounds. That's not weakness. That's vibration mastery. Your energy becomes a buffer, not a bomb. I remember sitting in a crowded cafe, surrounded by noise, emails, stress, but feeling completely centered. That was the moment I realized spirituality doesn't need silence. It just needs awareness. When your vibration is high, even the noise becomes background music. My conversations got deeper. My creativity exploded. I started having insights during walks, during dishwashing, even mid-conversation. It's like the law of attraction was whispering constantly, because I had finally slowed down enough to hear it, and gratitude. Man, it hit different. I stopped needing grand gestures to feel blessed. A clean shirt, a warm meal, a random text from an old friend. My vibration no longer demanded intensity, it resonated with simplicity. That's when you know you're aligned. But the universe, it never lets you get too comfortable. Just when I thought I'd figured it all out, something came to test my new frequency in the most unexpected way. 3 months. That's how long I waited for that promotion. Every day I showed up. Early, stayed late, gave more than I was asked. I thought, surely they'll see me. But when the list came out and my name wasn't there, the energy in my chest collapsed. My frequency dropped to 0. I won't lie. It hurt. Not just the missed opportunity, but the feeling of being invisible. Like all that spiritual work, all that vibration, meant nothing. But here's the twist. That moment, it was the universe rerouting me. Not punishing, redirecting. I just didn't know it yet. Days later, I took a walk. Same path, same trees, but a new thought. What if this was a gift? What if I wasn't meant to be chosen? Because I was meant to choose myself. That idea hit like lightning. My energy spiked, my vibration. Back online, so I did something wild. I gave notice. Not impulsively, but with clarity. I knew it wasn't just about quitting a job. It was about aligning with a new frequency. I didn't even have a full plan. But I had peace, and sometimes that's more than enough. I started freelancing, scared, excited, awake. Every project felt like a mirror of my energy. I wasn't chasing money. I was magnetizing it. The law of attraction wasn't just a theory anymore. It was in my email, my schedule, my bank account. Funny how the door you thought would lead you to success is often just a wall. But when your vibration shifts, so does your vision. And suddenly you notice a window that was there all along, wide open, just waiting for you to fly through it. Most people think the life they want is waiting at the end of some big journey. Like happiness is a destination marked on some invisible GPS. But here's the truth most never hear. The life you're chasing is built in your vibration now. Frequency isn't something you reach. It's something you choose daily. You won't always feel aligned. You'll have bad days, weird moods, and those moments when energy feels heavy. That's okay. That's part of the game. The secret is not perfection, it's consistency. It's learning to return to yourself again and again, like tuning. An instrument that's slightly off, every choice is a tuning fork. What you eat, watch, say, think, it all adjusts your vibration. You don't need to control everything around you, just your alignment. And that's what the law of attraction responds to, not wishes, but energy in motion. Your spirituality doesn't have to be dramatic. It can live in your playlist, your walk to work, the way you answer a phone call. It's less about rituals and more about presence, less about candles and more about character. Your vibration is your signature. It's how the universe recognizes you. And when you start honoring your own energy, the universe doesn't just listen, it responds. People appear. Ideas arrive, paths open, not because you forced them, but because you aligned with them. And suddenly, life feels like it's unfolding, not being chased, but maybe the most powerful lesson. The journey never really ends, because every new level of vibration reveals a new layer of possibility. And when you're ready to explore, the numbers behind the scenes tell a deeper story. 5 years. That's how long I stayed in the same office chair, under the same ceiling lights, repeating the same small talk. And that routine, it slowly killed my sense of time. When your frequency is stuck in autopilot, life passes without color. You exist, but you're not living. 1 year. That's how long it took me to stop reading about spirituality and start living it. 12 months of consuming, highlighting, and posting quotes, but not being the energy I admired. The law of attraction doesn't reward theory, it responds to embodiment. Just 25 minutes, that's all I needed each morning to transform my emotional state. A simple walk, no headphones, no phone. That single habit rewired my nervous system and lifted my vibration. Imagine what 25 minutes could do for you if you let them. 3 months. That's how long it took for disappointment to turn into clarity. I didn't see the rejection as a sign at first, but looking back, it was the universe's most honest reply. Not this, not now. Energy doesn't lie. Sometimes it just whispers instead of shouting. And then came the shift. The moment I became my own boss, my time multiplied. My mornings became sacred. My stress dropped. My vibration soared. Frequency and freedom walked, hand in hand, all because I followed the signs instead of the script. Now the numbers make sense. They're not just statistics, they're milestones. Each one carries a lesson, a turning point, a vibration shift, and if these numbers hold meaning for you too, then maybe it's time for a different kind of math. One where energy equals reality. Now that you know that your frequency shapes everything, absolutely everything, tell me, why keep living on autopilot? What's stopping you from making small daily choices that raise your energy and put you back in charge of your life? Are you going to keep waiting for signs, or are you going to start becoming the sign? Maybe it's time to look at your routine with fresh eyes. Which habits are draining your vibration? Which moments can you turn into rituals of presence and power? And most importantly, what kind of reality do you want to attract from now on? Let us know in the comments, what was the most powerful insight for you today? And if this content has awakened something in you, something real, something you've felt, then subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Because this is just the beginning. The journey of your vibration is just beginning.